السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله نور السماوات والأرض، مثل نوره كمشكاة فيها مصباح، المصباح في زجاجة، الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري يوقد من شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية، يكاد زيتها يضيء ولو لم تمسسه نار، نور على نور، نور على نور، نور على نور، يهدي الله لنوره من يشاء، ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس، والله بكل شيء عليم. في بيوت أذن الله أن ترفع ويذكر فيها اسمه يسبح له فيها بالغدو والآصال، رجال لا تلهيهم تجارة ولا بيع عن ذكر الله وإقام الصلاة وإيتاء الزكاة، يخافون يوما تتقلب فيه القلوب والأبصار، ليجزيهم الله أحسن ما عملوا، ويزيدهم من فضله، والله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب.
Meaning, in the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. The similitude of His light is as a lustrous niche, wherein is a lamp. The lamp is in a glass. The glass is as it were a glittering star. It is lit from a blazed tree, an olive, neither of the east nor of the west, whose oil would well nigh glow forth, even though fire touched it not. Light upon light. Allah guides to His light whomsoever He will. And Allah sets forth parables to men and Allah knows all things full well. This light is now lit in houses with regard to which Allah has ordained that they be exalted that His name be remembered in them. Therein is it glorified in the morning and the evenings by men whom neither merchandise nor traffic diverts from the remembrance of Allah and the observance of prayer and the giving of the zakat. They fear a day in which hearts and eyes will be agitated, so that Allah may give them the best reward of their deeds and give them increase out of His bounty, and Allah does provide for whomsoever He pleases without measure. Allahumma arhamna bil Quran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khairan jaza. May Allah accept that recitation as an act of dua for each and every one of us. The next one is a chanting of Qasida with meaning, and that's going to be anchored by Abdul Tawab Oladipupo and Hafiz Abdul Salam Abdul Basit. Bismillah.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. هذه قصيدة من قصائد مؤسس الجامعة الأحمدية حضرة ميرزا غلام أحمد قدياني عليه السلام في مدح خاتم النبيين. صلوا صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله ظهرت عليهم بينات رسولهم فتمزقوا أهواء كالأوثان. صلوا صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله في وقت تنويك ليالي نوّروا والله نج جهروا من الترفان. صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله. قد هضهم ظلم الأناس وضيمهم فتثبتوا بإنايات المنان. صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله. لا شك أن محمدًا خير الورى خير القرام ونخبة أعيان. صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله. يا ربي صل على نبيك دائما في هذه الدنيا وبعد ثاني صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله صلوا على محمد صلوا عليه وآله.
Meaning, the clear arguments and signs from the Holy Prophet ﷺ became manifest to them. So, the idols of the selfish desire were completely smashed. They became spiritually lit up by the sun of truth at the time of darkness of sin and vices. And Allah, due to His grace, delivered them safely from this flood of sin and vices. No doubt, they were crushed by the persecution and tyranny of their opponents. Nevertheless, they endured steadfastly by the grace of the gracious God. No doubt, it is Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam who is the best of all creation. He is the essence and vital force of the elect of God. O my Lord, shower your eternal blessings on your Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam in this life as well in the next life. Sallu ala Muhammadin sallu alayhi wa alihi sallu ala Muhammadin sallu alayhi wa alihi sallu ala Muhammadin sallu alayhi wa alihi sallu ala Muhammadin sallu alayhi wa alihi. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Jazakallah khairan jaza. May Allah love us all as He has loved the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The next item is a welcome address by the MGQS Nigerian coordinator. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Speech delivered by the coordinator of Mirza, Ghulam, Qadir, Shahid IT Research Lab and Center, MGQS, Nigeria, on the occasion of the graduation ceremony of the second cohort held on the 17th of August, 2024 at Tahir Mosque, Ojokoro, Lagos. Respected Amir Sahib, respected Missionary in Charge Sahib, respected Sadar Majlis Khudam Ahmadiyya, Nigeria, our respected Sadran of Majlis Ansarullah and Lajna Imaillah, brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We thank Allah the Almighty for His countless blessings that have seen us thus far. We pray Allah continues to guide and strengthen His holiness, Ayadahullah Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz, who initiated this project and continues to nurture it. The guidance and quality leadership provided by Amir Sahib and Sadar Majlis Ghulam Ahmadiyya, Nigeria, under whose watch the center operates, is well appreciated. May Allah enable us all to fulfill the essence of its establishment. It is a great pleasure and rare privilege for me to stand before you today on this auspicious occasion of the graduation ceremony of the second cohort of Mirza Ghulam Qadir Shahid IT Research Lab and Center, Nigeria. It is important to note that the center is run by volunteers. I should mention that Mirza Ghulam Qadir Shahid, who is immortalized by the Institute, was one of the pioneers in the IT development projects for the Jamaat. Upon his martyrdom in 1999, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Rabi rahimahullah remarked that, "O martyr, you shall always remain alive, and one day we shall meet you. Long live Ghulam Qadir Shahid." And Alhamdulillah, today, this prayer finds fulfillment in the establishment of Mirza Ghulam Qadir Shahid IT Research Lab and Center. Respected Amir Sahab, last year, during a similar session like this, we mentioned the fact that our center does not have a befitting class, but Alhamdulillah, with support from Markaz, we have been able to have a well-furnished center that gives the necessary ambience for learning. In like manner, inshallah, the center has introduced a new program with the approval of His Holiness. We have commenced a computer engineering program, and I should mention that admissions into both programs, the software engineering and the computer engineering and networking program, is ongoing. By the grace of Allah, we gathered here last year to graduate 11 trainees, among whom are progressing in their software engineering careers. Inshallah, today we are celebrating 17 graduates, 2 ladies and 15 gentlemen who have just completed their training. I sincerely appreciate volunteers who, despite our inability to subsidize their transport costs, have remained committed and unwavering in the sacrifice of their time and skills towards the success of this project. We appreciate our donors who contribute towards funding the center and pray that Allah rewards them all abundantly. I congratulate our graduates and charge them to dedicate themselves to the service of Allah. I should remind you that some people have made the sacrifices of what we are benefiting today, and I urge you to be willing at any time you are called upon. Finally, we thank Allah, the Almighty, for the good He has done through us. We seek His forgiveness for our shortcomings and pray that we continue to tread the path of righteousness. We pray our trainees make the best positive use of the skills acquired and be champions in the cause of Allah. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khairan jaza. So the next item is the opening remarks, which I'm going to make, and then we go to the next program. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah wa ashhadu anna sayyidana Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Amma ba'd. فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وعلى صحبه وكل من تبع الهدى إلى يوم الدين. The respected missionary in charge, the respected Sadar Majlis Ansarullah Nigeria, the respected Sadar Majlis Hudamul Ahmadiyya, the respected Officer Jasa Salana, the respected executives of the Majlis Ansarullah and Majlis Hudamul Ahmadiyya, distinguished parents, the members of Ansarullah present, all the members of the Majlis Hudamul Ahmadiyya present, all the members of the Lajna Imaila present, with both the Atfal and Nasrat that are also present, our MTA crew, and most importantly, the graduates of today. To all of us, I say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Firstly, we give glory to Almighty Allah, and we thank Him for making us the beneficiary of the institution of Khilafat. This is a unique opportunity, and we pray that Almighty Allah continue in His infinite mercy to let us continue to be beneficiaries of the blessings of Khilafat. This is the second graduation of the second cohort. The first graduation was 13 candidates. Today we are having 17 candidates that will be graduating and making 30 from Nigeria. Constantly, I think we have 2 ladies, always 2 ladies, last time 2 ladies now. I believe ladies will increase in number as we move on. Let me thank the respected Sadar, Majlis Hudamul Ahmadiyya, who has remained very resilient about this program. I know a number of times he has come to me, in the office, and even though we don't have much financial support that we could render, I always believe in the power of Allah, and I believe that once we have good intention, wa ufawiddu amri ilallah, inna Allaha basirun bil ibad. Once we have very good intention, Almighty Allah knows the condition in which we are, and definitely is going to dispose our affairs for us. So our own is to have very good intention and also have good actions to back it up, and Allah is going to make that action to come into fruition. So that's why I have to thank the Sadar Majlis Hudamul Ahmadiyya for his consistency. And when I say Sadar, I mean the Sadar as well as all the executives of the Majlis Hudamul Ahmadiyya Nigeria. So may Almighty Allah continue to bless you all. I also need to thank Dr. Sadiq Abdul Salam, very much for his consistency, in offering the training and coordinating the training, let me put it that way, as well as the team members, Brother Abbas Joda, his support, as well as all the ICT team, that we have in Nigeria. It's only Allah that can reward you all immensely, and may Allah continue to bless you. The MGQS program is an ICT, program with a distinction. The distinction is that the foundation of it is godliness. In anything we will be doing there, we have to make sure that we rely on Almighty Allah and we do the right thing with the skills that we have acquired. So to the graduates of today, you are one of the beneficiaries of the institution of Khilafat, May Almighty Allah bless each and every one of you tremendously. There are two aspects to the application of what you have learned. The first one is the technical aspect. You have learned web design, you have learned cyber security, you have learned this, you have learned that. All those are technical skills which you have acquired. The second skill is the commercial skills. How do you translate the technical skills into commercial skills? How do you make it to be resourceful, not only to yourself, but to the Jamaat as well, to your family and to the Jamaat? So what you've been taught significantly is the technical skill. You now need to look into the entrepreneurial aspect of what you have learned. And so that one is of your own making now. And you need to start thinking on how to, create an intellectual property from what you have learned. And set no limits for yourself in terms of what you can do. But let me also advise you to always remain very consistent in a professional way and on the platform of integrity. Do not be worried or be carried away by a corrupt environment, because ICT is one of the businesses that you can do from anywhere without interface with any other person, and you will make the right resources without joining any corrupt group whatsoever. And don't use the skill that you have acquired to manipulate people, to corner resources onto yourself. If you look at the ayat that was recited at the beginning of this program, Ayatul Nur, it shows that Allah knows the inner and out of everyone. So there is nothing you can do that is hidden from Almighty Allah. And so this scheme is a scheme that is based on a defined premises. And that is what distinguishes it from somebody who goes to learn ICT from any other places. So that distinctive feature shows that Allah is going to always be with you. And so I request that you don't deviate from that way, on your way forward. Today that you are getting your certificate is the beginning of a new life, in which now you apply the technical skills as well as the commercial aspect of it, and see how you can make a good resources from the knowledge application that you have learned. May Allah continue to make it easier for you. As to the center, which Dr. Sadiq did mention in terms of equipment, I think by the special grace of Allah, we have progressed, a little bit from last year to this year. But let me also tell you that we shouldn't stop where we are. We can progress the more, because based on available information, even though we have MIU in Nigeria, my mind is already asking for MGQS University also in Nigeria, because based on very reliable information, I know the first MGQS University is being requested by the Gambia, and I think His Holiness has approved it as a university. So, and I think work is going on, on that. And those are the kind of things that interest me. If anybody is on AIMS, I'm a Nigeria also must be on AIMS. If anybody is on a university, then we also have to be on that university. So even though we've not started our MIU, we will start the MIU, but we also put up for MGQS, where in the wisdom of His Holiness, He might guide us to merge it with MIU, as part of the scheme. We already have computer science, in MIU. It could be part of it, but that MGQS university also, we need to look into it. So that means there is going to be more equipment, there is going to be more funding, and we must be looking forward to more candidates, as well. There has been a marginal increase from 13, to 17, but by the time it becomes a university, I think we are going to expand it a little bit more to have more candidates, as well as focus on the ICT Entrepreneurial Center. So what I mean by the commercial aspect is, what people devise in Harvard, for example, is ICT students, that design this Facebook, we are using, WhatsApp, and they become billionaires in US dollars. There is one boy in Abeokuta here, I think, I can't remember his name, that did the Naira land or something. About 6-7 years ago, I learned on the Forbes. That boy in Abeokuta, and he was never in Lagos to do any business. He's doing it ICT from Abeokuta there. And about 5-6 years ago, I learned he's worth about 99 million US dollars. And he hasn't married. I think he was just 27 or 29 years. I know he's either 7 or 29 years. He was a very young boy. And he wasn't transacting anything with anybody. He created a platform, and people are just, playing on those platforms, checking information, downloading information, and he's making, his own money over a period of time. It's worth 99 million US dollars. I said, if our youth are worth, a similar amount like that, or even more, if he gives us just only 1 million US dollars for OJS app to add to his budget, I think that's more than sufficient. $1 million is okay, because that's going to be over $1 billion naira, right? So our budget we're struggling with is just about 200 or 300 million, naira. So if one of you can give us just like 1 million US dollars, it doesn't affect you. You don't even know that you've debited your account. It's just only 99 drops to 98. Even if you have $27 million and you give us $1 million, you still don't even feel that you have already done anything, right? So that's the commercial aspect I am talking about, that you need to pay significant attention to it. So for me, the Jamaat has entered a new phase, going forward. Iman is the first thing. And I am very happy with the way all of you recite the Holy Quran, the way all of you recite, praises of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I am very pleased with that, because there's nobody who have any challenge. You definitely want to recite the Holy Quran, and those challenges will fade away. When you are angry or something is making you not to be happy, you start chanting the praises of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and those things fade away. Then you don't even know how you become happy without anybody preaching to you, nobody talking to you. So this is the platform for you, and I'm very pleased with that. So once we have the platform on godliness, then the other thing will be very simple. And even spending in the way of Allah is going to be very simple. So we are having some teams now. You are one of the teams that the Nigerian Jamaat will be looking forward to, going forward. And even squeezing our people in the village by having coordinators to collect more resources, from them. That one can be reduced. Although they too will participate, but then it's going to be much easier. Another team are the sports team, that we are creating the sports team as well. They also are the infant stage, which Uzur has approved, the Faslumar Sports Academy as well. So if they are also able to travel abroad, and they also earn some million, dollars from football or pants as the case may be, is going to be an easier thing for the Jamaat going forward. So we shouldn't relent. We should continue. We should be very consistent, be very persistent and consistent and remain focused in a godly way. We shouldn't use our skills of cyber to steal anything. A lot of people are making money without stealing anything. In fact, the money is much more than what they know how to administer. At the end of the day, they will look for one NGO that will be helping them to spend the money all over the world. We already have a framework where the money will be spent. For instance, the Humanity First. We have about 8 different headings where we can spend money. And there's no amount of money anyone earns in Nigeria. We already have a template for spending that money. There are a lot that we need to do. So I am fully in support, of this program, I must say, just like other infant programs. So don't stop where you are. You need to keep on learning, obtain more practical experiences and exposure on the certificate you are collecting today, so that you become real. You're already an expert, but an infant expert. Look at the life of a cat, a very small cat that is born. A cat is a cat, and the cat has a 9 life. It can do anything. A small cat can catch, a rat, but when it becomes a bigger cat, when the rat sees it, it runs away, right? So you have to keep on growing and growing along that line and become so strong to the extent that by the special grace of Allah, it's going to be a blessing, to yourself, to your immediate family, extended family, to the Jamaat, and even to the country, as a whole. So once again, I welcome our respected Sarah Saab for this feat. I pray that Allah continue to bless each and every graduate of today, and may He make you a source of blessing to the Jamaat in Nigeria and to the world at large. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So we have just only one goodwill message, I understand, from the past graduates, which is going to be read on to us. Yeah. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Goodwill message from graduates of the first cohort. Dear graduates of the second cohort, congratulations on reaching this significant milestone in your academic and professional journey. It brings us immense joy to witness the success and achievements of the second cohort. Your dedication and hard work have led you to achieve this success, and this is just the beginning. We are confident that each of you will continue to make remarkable strides in your future endeavors. May the knowledge and experiences gained at the Mirza Ghulam, Qadir, Shahid, IT Lab and Research Center serve as a solid foundation for your continued success. We wish you all the best as you embark on the next chapter of your careers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide and bless your paths with prosperity and fulfillment. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khairan jaza for that goodwill message. So I think we've got into the real work now, and that is the presentation of the selected projects. So that's going to be anchored by the MGQS lead instructor in Nigeria, Brother Abbas Joda. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The distinguished chairman, respected Amir Saib, our gracious host, Sadar Majlis Ghulam Ahmadiyya Nigeria, um, our esteemed special guests, um, proud parents, and most importantly, our graduates. I greet you all with the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's a great privilege and honor to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate the wonderful achievement of the second cohort of the Mirza Ghulam Qadir Shahid IT Research Lab and Center for Nigeria. Today marks the end of years of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. It is a day of happiness, reflection, and looking forward to future full of opportunities. Now, without further delay, I will invite to the podium students who will be presenting their projects to us. To just summarize the list of the students and the projects they will be presenting to us. So the first person would be in the person of Ibrahim Odusoya. Okay. Sorry, that will be Mohammed Awal Balogun. He's going to be presenting to us a product called Health Link. It's an electronic management health system. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So the project I'm here to showcase is Health Link. So from the name, Health Link. Health Link, from the name, it's meant to serve as a centralized database for health records. The problem statement here is this. You have scenarios where people die due to not having enough information about their data, their blood group, their genotype. In emergency cases, there is no time for this. So that's why we thought of these products. So you have a profile. You have a profile the hospital can scan to get the necessary details they need to complete the operations. So this is the product here. This is the product here, Health Link. So what do? We manage your health record seamlessly. Easy access, update and share your medical history with trusted healthcare providers. Your health, your control. So what's our mission? As I said earlier, we are trying to digitalize the way records are being stored. Most hospitals use the traditional way, which is a pen and paper. Then with the pen and paper, it only stays there. It doesn't go to other hospitals. So what if you have a general database, which any hospital can query anytime to get the necessary details they need? Oh, you're in a car crash accident. You need blood. They don't know your blood group. They can easily fetch your profile to get that without delay. The way this platform is not meant to be limited to one hospital. It's meant to be for all hospitals. So to be able to create profiles for each patient. So you go to the hospital, you create your profile. One of the features we have here, we have our appointments. Most of us here, we miss appointments due to one reason or the other. So here, we send reminders to you daily to remind you of the appointments you scheduled with us. That, Mr. Wao, we have an appointment with Dr. Balogun. Then, as you said here, we have 24/7 supports. So your health, your control. Take charge of your health like never before with Health Link. Seamlessly manage your health record, appointment, and prescription all in one place. Say goodbye to the stress of paperwork and hello to a healthier, more organized life. So our doctors, So now let's go to the implementation. So let's sign up.
Is this for a standalone hospital, or you can link
It's for
two
a
or
standalone
three
hospital.
hospitals together?
It's meant to be linked with other hospitals. So the password. So you sign up. So you are here. So we have two doctors. We have two doctors here. We have 4 patients. Then we have 6 total users. So let's create a doctor now. Let's create the patient now. So you're given name. My name is Awab. My family name. The date. So 14th of July 2022. So my address, let's say 32 Godsu Street. Then phone number. This is my number here. My gender, a male or a female. My email. This email will be used to send reminders to you. You send your profile to you using this email. So you select your blood group, O positive. Then the marital status, same thing. So add. So add patient here now. This is the patient I just created now. So now, let's create an appointment. So the appointment, this is my daily checkup. But my monthly checkup, sorry, not daily checkup. My monthly checkup. So you know this is just the monthly checkup. Then the time of appointment. So I want the appointment to be tomorrow by, let's say 10. On the patient that is treated now. On the doctor, these are the doctors that are good. So great. So the appointment has been created successfully. So now, I can go to my mail now. I can go to my mail now. To check whether the appointment has been created. So you can see, when I created the patient, it sent me a message, profile created for patients. So this is where you'll be able to see your profile. This is where you'll be able to see your profile. Then I can view the profile. So this is meant to show the details needed. So we can have other fields here, including the genotype. But to simplify the process, I just did this. So another thing we have here is this. So I generated a QR code. The QR code is meant to be scanned. So once you scan the QR code, so the generated QR code, you are meant to scan it. So once you scan the QR code, it will link you to this exact page. So the QR code is meant to serve as an identification. So you have it, that's what the hospitals will use to locate your profile. So they just need to scan the QR code. I'm having, I think it's this section up here. This section up here. Okay, let me bring it down. Something is overshadowing it. So once the profile has been generated, you can download the QR code. So once you scan it, it will link you to this page. Then you also have the appointment reminder. So the appointment reminder, as I said earlier, is meant to remind you daily of your pending appointment with your doctors.
How many of these industry focus do you have in all, for all of you? How many of these industry? This one is health, right?
Yes, sir.
So how many others do you have like that?
Okay, so the two others are also health related.
Sorry?
I said the two others applications that will be presented are health related.
So the other two are health related, right?
Yes.
You don't have yet for like manufacturing or other financial services, oil and gas, and other line of business as part of the project that software can be developed for. And
The-
also schools, for example, like these standard schools, like American International School, British, those high-profile schools. Do we also have people who, among these candidates?
no.
Not yet.
No,
So
not
it's more
yet.
health focus for now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, probably you don't understand the question of respected advisor. I think my expectation that you should respond with is Amisa is asking two things from what I can understand. Among those who are gathered today, do we have any of them who has designed any project in relation to schools or finances or any other related?
Different from health.
Different from health. So that is question one.
Yes.
Question two is if they have not done that, do they have the capacity? Let's say for instance now,
Yes.
now say okay, go and do this. These are the requirements. Can they do it? I think that would be the second.
So for the first question, like I said, we don't have any that here. But however, we can work on any solution of such.
If we have user requirements.
Yes, if we have the
that speaks
user
to
requirement that
schools
speaks to.
or finance or payment services, so they can do it.
Yes.
That's what respected advisor is
Yes,
asking.
sir.
exactly.
Exactly.
Correct.
Let me.
Sorry, before you go, the other aspect is have they practicalized this one with any institution, during the course of training? Like we have hospitals. So if they want to use a very smaller one, not like Ojokoro, I know Ojokoro already has something similar to this, right?
Yes, it's way comprehensive. It's more comprehensive than this. This is just a small feature out
Small
of it.
feature of the Ojokoro
Yes,
one.
though
Yeah.
the Ojokoro does not have an appointment feature in it because it's more of an internal management system. It's not exposed to
Okay.
the public.
To the public, to
Yes.
really operate it from outside.
No, you can't.
Okay.
It's within the hospital environment. That's where it's only the hospital management that uses the application. Whereas what he's speaking to here is more of public facing. So people from outside can interact with these systems. And
Okay.
yes.
Okay, it's all right. Yes, please.
So my question is this: I think with the permission of respected Amisa, the audience can also ask questions from the developer, Awal Saab. So my question is that when you look at this, is it that it is the patient that will specify the doctor whom he or she will meet? Because you cannot just assume that a doctor is a specialist in any ailment that you want to go for. So do we have a profile details of all the doctors for us to say, okay, if it is a nephrologist I want to go for, or an ophthalmologist for eye, anything, do we have a detail for each of the doctors?
Yeah, then we have that actually. We have a doctor's profile also. So once you create a doctor profile, you specify the specialty. Whether is a dermatologist, an ontologist, a gynecologist. So you specify that also. So then they have their own page also. Or they have their own page also. We have the implementation here also. The way the infrastructure is now, we don't expect a user, that is the patient, to handle it directly. It's still going to be handled by an admin, sort of like a professional, maybe a receptionist in the hospital. So once you have your form, so they will help you in uploading the details. So yours is to have your profile, that is the QR code that you can take anywhere. So you can go to the hospital, you can go to an hospital in Abuja now, just show them the code, then they scan it, then they get the necessary details they need. The doctors you visited in the past, your health records, so as to know their next step or procedure to simplify their decision-making process in what treatments to prescribe.
But I also think probably the first point of contact will be the general consultant that will examine the patient and then say, this is the specialist that you will need to meet. That will be the head sometimes, because maybe GC or something like that. So who will now look at it and know this is the person you need to meet, and after that maybe this person as well. So you need to factor that in as well. All right.
So you can put that in the sign. So the patient should be able to meet with any general doctor who now recommend a specialist for him or her. So my advice along that is that when a mail was sent to you, when the profile was created, I saw that everything is there. However, I think you need to make it tidy. Probably you make it in a table form so that we'll see the heading properly and the corresponding value. Well done.
You're welcome, officer.
All right.
Jazakallah, Awal Sai. So the next presenter is going to be Ibrahim Odusoya, who will be presenting to us Gym Fit. So Gym Fit is a gym membership system. Sorry, Health Fit is a gym membership system. So Ibrahim Odusoya, please come to the podium.
Sorry, Brother Abbas, before you go ahead, as he was presenting, my mind was actually going to the NJB accountant with respect to our hospitals in Nigeria. How we start even from that in-house, for them probably to also train. We have some hospitals, and then the NJB platform itself will probably be on a software that from here we can see, probably not their internal details, at least being able to know what's going on in this hospital, what is going on in Apapa Hospital, what is going on in Ojokoro. We also have clinic in Apapa. We have, dentist in Kano clinic. We also have clinic in Ilaro, so I think there should be a software that makes life easier for us those who are in the headquarters here. Exactly for general information of what is going on. And this idea we can sell to Mercas. So if we are able to sell it to Mercas, that from here we can monitor everything. So this issue of reporting that we're having issue with somebody not sending reports will probably be a thing of the past, because even the NJB accountant here can download all those information or make the software link available to them in Mercas rather than sending, after it's been proofread, and there will be a place to certify that this information is correct, and then we can share it with Americans. So I think it's something you can look at, so that while they are having the theoretical training there, they can also come for the practical, aspect of it going forward. Yeah.
Yes.
The same thing with schools. We also have schools.
Yes.
We have science college in so we have Ahmadiyya Secondary School, Ara, Onda, Umaisha, Kano, 5 now. MITC is coming. I know MITC is a technical college, and they stand alone under their chairman, who is here. So it's a standalone, but they also want this kind of information. That's why my mind went to various units, industries that they need to acquaint themselves with, in addition to the principal one that they have learned, but they can apply it to any other industry, So, but the two that we have mainly that they can train with in-house is the health and education.
Education.
So I want you to take that on board going forward. Yeah.
So just to respond to that, sir. So,
all right.
Like I do speak to all of them. So this is not the end. From this stage, they are all moving to the internship stage. So we can look at such real-world application there and have hands-on experience by working on it together.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
Ibrahim Olusoya.
So the project I'm about to present is called GeldFit, a gym and wellness center, which members can register to the gym, fit and get well. So the project homepage says welcome to Get Fit, why choose us? And one of the reasons to choose Get Fit is the unique experience tailored to your lifestyle, and also the wide range of fitness programs available for you to pick from based on your fitness goal you want to achieve, and also the supportive community, like the people, the different members that are already using the gym, that are also which also have the same goal as you, to get fit and get well also. And also the ultra-modern facilities available in the gym, the health nutrition plan, professional training plan, and unique to your needs. And these are the equipment that are available in the gym to assist with your well-being. And so, to get started, the member has to sign up first. So, to sign up, you have to input your username. Let's say the username for the present member who wants to sign in is Ahmad. And the email is ahmad@gmail.com. Then the user will be prompted to choose a user type. Either you want to apply as a trainer, you want to register as a member. So if you are to register as a member, you choose member and then input your password. Then click on sign up. So user will So the error is showing is that there's a user who already okay. So after logging in as a member, as to, after logging in as a member, you can check your dashboard where you see all inclusive classes already in the system, which includes type of cardio, powerlifting, bodybuilding, pilates, spinning, tabata, CrossFit, yoga, and also the facilities you'll be using to get to achieve your fitness goal. And also, you can also check. You can also view your details, the details you've input while registering. So you can view your details. And also, there's an additional feature as an admin who can manage the whole system without, we can manage the whole system. So, for example, the admin can manage the details of all users in the system that are using the GetFit app at the moment. So these are list of the users presently using the application. So stating their username, their user type, either they are a member or a trainer, and also the email address the user is also using. And also you can also check the list of all trainers present in the system and edit their details as well. And also, as an admin, you can also add and remove fitness classes for users to benefit from. So these are lists of the fitness classes presently in the gym, and they are scheduled for members to participate in. And
So who is your client for this? Is it the users or the event owners?
it is for the users that are willing to get themselves fit, like people who are trying to achieve a particular fitness goal, maybe to lose weight or join alignment, or maybe correct posture or something of sort.
What I mean is that how do you get paid from this? Who do you design it? Who do you design it to be the user, and how do you get paid from it?
It is designed for maybe a body who is willing to build it, to have a gym of their own. So
That's what I mean by event owner. You see, the event owner who owns the place and have different gadgets that
sir.
people
For the
will
gym
become.
center owner.
For the gym center owner.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So how
So,
does Mirza is asking, how does a gym center owner get paid? At least people are applying to get fitted or to get fit. So when they apply,
Yeah.
so how do you is it free of charge?
No,
How do
you
you-
get paid through the registration. Members are asked to choose a subscription plan, either weekly, monthly, or yearly subscription, based on their interest.
Was that included? You showed us can you show us the subscription part? That's the answer to respected Mirza's
Yes,
question.
exactly. Because you can't design this for somebody and he's making money, and you are just blowing wind. You know, you have to get paid by everyone that goes for the gym. Yes, for the use of the application. Exactly. Not for the gym owner. That's where I'm going.
What I understood is what you have worked on an application, you designed one
Yes.
application. So people are getting benefit from that. What
Yeah,
are you
that's
getting
right.
from that?
Exactly. Exactly. So anyone who logs on and use the application beyond certain points, something should be accruing to you. You know, that's how you can make your money from there. So that's the commercial aspect that I was talking about. You know, this is the technical one, fine. Everybody will be using it. Event owner, you know, will be using it. Customers, you know, users will be using it. But how do you get paid from there?
So this is the registration page. After signing in, a new member will be directed to this membership registration page, where you'll be asked to input your details. So for this user, his name is Habib. So his first name is Habib, and his last name, let's say Aziz, and then maybe a middle name, Olaoluwa.
Okay, do you have a certain amount that the event owner will have paid you for designing of this web for them before now you come to the individual subscribers who are now the event center users?
Yeah, initially the app will be designed for a gym owner.
Okay, and you have a rough idea of how much you charge the gym owner for that event to be developed. I mean, that software to first be developed. That look, it's X amount you pay me for developing this, and then subsequently, I will be getting, subscription from those. Otherwise, the event owner will say he will be the one to be getting the subscription after I have paid you, a certain amount like 100,000 or 200,000 or 1 million to develop. You go. I would then be taking all the money, that comes from the event center. So you have to negotiate, and but my own preference would be that you should be having money dropping every second.
As a software developer.
As a software developer to you, with those who you partner with. So how much do you charge the person for developing the software, and how much is the subscription you'll be getting subsequently?
So the price for developing the application will be based on how the client's requirements and the features and logics we are to implement in the application. But for this type of application, probably a sum of amounts, but not certain at the moment, will be charged.
So you have not really worked on the commercial, aspect. You haven't worked on commercial aspect. And so I think Brother Joda and Dr. Sadiq Saab, okay, OJS, yeah.
I think it can be modified. It can be modified further to, like, I think I'm using a similar software like that for file integrity test. I ordered it from Switzerland. They just gave me the kit. I paid for the kit, and I bought the iPad here. But the initial software that comes with it is just for 24 months. Immediately after 24 months, it expires. I will have to send them another money for them to reactivate it. So probably it can be tailored towards that. So once that 24 months expire, I have the kit with me, I have everything, but I can't take it to site to go and do any file integrity test. It will not work until I pay. Once I pay, it will be reactivated for, but the amount I'm going to pay is just, for 1 year again, and it will be, it will not be so significant.
Absolutely, absolutely. There are some that expires on an annual basis. There are applications that we use. We also use similar thing like this QMT or whatever, the tax application that they will design for us. They might say, okay, it's 1.2 million when they design it for you. You use it for the whole year. They have a number of users that will be 1.2. If there are more than that, then you pay. They have different categories. If you have like 10 users, there is an amount you pay. If 20 users and so on and so forth. And once you pay that, for that year, you have access to the whole of the things, new current laws being uploaded and all those things. Once the year expires, that day, you have access, everything will just be blank. You have access to anything again. So you have to make another subscription, even to the original, the event owner. So, and then the subscriber that are using it, you also need to design the way that whoever logs on there will be certain amount if they want to use it that will be coming to one's account. That's how to make money from it. So, and that's an example which OJS has done. So you don't have to be physically anywhere to do those things. get to developing a kit, for them. Although our own, sometimes, initially they used to come physically to come and install it on our laptop. But after some time, they are no longer coming. They just send you a link, and they take you through the process. And once you make the payment and they see the alert somewhere there, then the chain is activated. So they will tell you it's going to be activated within, 2 hours or 3 hours or thereabouts. Initially, it used to be within 24 hours, but nobody can wait for 24 hours. So once they see the credit alert there, then they activate it, and then you have access to it in your office. So those are the commercial contents that I think each and every one of them need to know right from now, and then they should be making some earnings from there.
So the system has for the advice. So the system has a similar feature to that, which is here under membership type, where the member will be asked to choose a membership type which is monthly, yearly, and weekly based. So that's how the owner of the application will be getting a income through members using the application. And so to finalize the membership registration, you input the email.
Sorry before you go, and sorry that I keep on asking questions, because how you make the best use of it is what distinguishes our own training from other training. Because people just train and they throw them into the sea. They have the skill, they can do anything, but they don't know how to get clients, they don't know how to make money from it. And I have life examples of people who have ICT knowledge, but they don't know how to make money from it. Now my question is: this monthly one, quarterly one, half yearly, and then annual one or biannual one? Do you have a standard rate for it?
Pay 2,500 naira to use the gym to the owner of the gym.
Okay.
And for the monthly subscription, the user has to pay 8,000 naira, and for the yearly subscription, the user has to pay 12,000 naira.
Okay.
To the owner
Of all those payments, what percentage comes to the developer, or is it a one-off payment to the developer?
It is a subscription-based payment for the developer,
Okay.
based on the amount of subscribers using the application.
Okay, so that's already inbuilt in there.
Not at the moment, sir, but we plan.
Okay, because that needs to be inbuilt there, because the people who make millions of dollars from it, that's where they get their money. And they get it in pool. The more users you have, the more subscriptions you have. Even if it is 1111 naira that is coming, you have 1 naira into about 10 million people, that's about 10 million naira, right?
Yes, sir.
Aha. So, people keep on coming. If it is 10 naira, 10 naira is very small, 100 naira is very small. 100 naira multiplied by 1 million people, so that's 100 million naira. So you just see that here, is 100 naira is very small, but by the time everybody is logging on to 100 naira, you now see, like a crowd funding something. So a lot of money has already come in, 100 million. So that's why I'm encouraging OJS to get closer to you people. When you have money, you transfer 10% to JPC, exactly 10 million from all angles, then we have a lot of money. So please pay attention to this commercial aspect very well. You can make it so flexible, that as you have done it, is excellent. 1 month, 2,500 is easier. You understand? So people will say, how much is this one? They will even want to pay for many months in advance, that they will just be coming. But as they are paying, don't let them pay only to the event center owner. They should also pay to you. A percentage of it must always come to you. So if you do that, then you don't need, with that, where do corruption comes in? You are not collecting money from anywhere, right? But money is coming to your account. So where do these Yahoo online that they are struggling, wasting their time and wasting their life, how does it come in? Money will be coming to you, and you'll be even wondering, so why are people having problem making money? Because money is just dropping in your account, So please pay attention to the commercial aspect. This is the area I want Brother Abbas Joda and Dr. Sadiq to please pay attention to and let our youth know how to make genuine money without, any barrier, no hindrance. So just create that community, which is this community of a gym, community of that health, and everybody is using it, and your own money is coming to you. You know, you make it as simple as 100 naira, 200 naira. You see those 200 naira you see online. You think it's a small money. It's not a small money. Oh. It's not a small money. If people are asking how do the this conglomerate selling salt in Nigeria, how do they become billionaires or trillionaires? Everybody will eat salt, right? So you go and buy salt, and let's say their profit is 10 naira on the salt that everybody eats. Even on a daily basis, because everybody buys salt every day. So look at the population of 200 million. So if, let's say it's 10 million that buy salt every day to eat, then they are making profit, from it. That's how they get to become, you know, um billionaires, and some of them even in trillion. So it's those small, small amounts. You need to pay attention to it. So when you are negotiating with event center owners, don't allow that they just pay you once. They say your work is just, we paid you 1 million naira. Some of us now, when you get 1 million naira, you are very happy that, this 1 million naira solve my immediate problem now. But mind you, he will be getting that 1 million naira every hour going forward, because of those who are going to be subscribing. 100, or if they say something is 1,000 naira to Nigerians, it doesn't make any serious meaning. People will just keep on paying. So he will be making billions, and one will just be paid a very token amount. So don't do that. Otherwise, the exercise will not be as rewarding as it is supposed to be. Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah khairan, sir. So to finalize the registration, the user inputs his or her email for this Habib email.com, a personal phone number. Let's see, 094. And the user percentage, and select the gender. No. And input an emergency contact in case of emergency. And the user will be asked to input a fitness goal he or she wants to achieve. Let's say for Habib, he wants to lose some weight. So the user will input weight loss and home address. Then select the membership type based on their preference, and select a preferred trainer who will be monitoring his progress while using the gym. And for a person who wants to lose weight, we either choose a trainer who is a certified personal trainer, or maybe a group fitness trainer, or maybe a fitness manager. Let's say the trainer, the member finally chooses a group fitness trainer and select the fitness class he or she wants to attend, and then register. So after registering, the user will be directed to the dashboard where he or she will also see list of classes he can also join and participate to achieve his or her fitness goal. And that's all.
All right. Jazakallah khairan jazak. So
Jazakallah.
I think that's okay. Do anybody have any comments? Oh yeah.
Just to add to what respected Amisa has said, so I think the area that is very important, which I've actually seen as a gap, is the commercialization orientation for them. So I know they will definitely pass through the internship, so which I believe they will learn on the job, and then it will not be limited to the technical side of it, but also the commercialization part of it. However, on their own personal level, in order to get engaged, apart from whatever guidance they get from you, the coordinators, They can even address or engage any school, any gym center, any hospital to ask them what their hospital system is currently, and ask them that, okay, I have something for you, I have a package for you. I remember after my graduation, after my NYC, when I was trying to get a job, I had I have some skills in web development, and I was approaching schools. I didn't want to teach, but I said this IT knowledge I have, I want to make use of it. So I already approached a school, and they were ready to take that web development because I got a demo for them. So you can come up with a demo with whatever solution you have. You don't need to crack every features of what you want to give to them. It can be in form of bullets, which you can tell them, okay, these are what I can offer you. Then if they now make some of their user requirements, you can take them and say, okay, definitely I can also implement this. If you get stopped, you can always call your instructor to say, okay, this is a new user requirement I've never heard before. Don't tell your clients that you don't know how to do it. Tell them I can explore it and I will get back to you. You understand? So don't limit yourself. Get out there. Two things that you will gain is you will get the opportunity to apply the knowledge you have acquired and also gain that money that you have because you are giving them service. And don't forget, as Amisa has been mentioning, 10% ODS and the Jamaat at large. Don't forget your chanda and every other thing. Jazakumullah.
All right, Jazakallah khairan jazak. Please go on.
Okay, so now to the last candidate that we're presenting, the lady amongst them all, in person of Asbi Allah Oyebo. She'll be presenting to us the product named Consume. Is an AI-based diet advisory application. So, Asbi Allah, let's have it. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi. So my product is Consume, and the problem it is solving is choosing what to eat, when to eat, where to eat, and it is focusing on those with specified diet, health condition, and a particular goal they want to achieve. So our target audience is individuals with health conditions, those that want to go on a fitness journey, people seeking for healthy lifestyle, and others. So basically what gave the inspiration for this particular solution is that a cholera outbreak that happened a few months ago was due to people not consuming healthy diets, and also I was thinking, what can we do to solve this particular condition? So the features of this application are personalized meal recommendations based on what an individual wants to achieve and their preferences, because we have people that are vegetarians, we have a lot of people that they have their specified diet type. So, and then we have our progress tracker in form of streaks, like Snapchat streaks, and those that use Duolingo that give streaks based on how far how you come to the application and then use the application. So the unique things about this application are our personalized meal timetables, which gives comprehensive recommendations, and an AI that you can chat with and gives reply based on your personalized, those health conditions you have and the goal you want to achieve. So the business model, how we can generate income for ourselves is those that want to use progress tracker. The progress tracker does not come free. You have to subscribe to be able to use the progress tracker. And then we are looking, okay, there's a particular feature that is ongoing currently and has not been deployed, in which we are talking to Chowdeck, a delivery application. So we want to use their external API to So our AI scans through their menu and check the menu that fits your personal goal, your health condition, and all, and to be able to deliver to your location. So our target audience, the food market, like, is basically about 733 billion as at 2021, and it is projected to reach about 1 trillion by 2027 due to the rate of increase. And our competitors, application like Fitness Pal, it is expensive to use, and then they are not using, like, we have some features that are not present in their particular application right now. So the challenges we are facing presently is like the market penetration, technical challenges, and all. Thank you. So I want to give an overview of what the application is. So I want to sign in. I want to sign up. Yes. So you join us. It sends an OTP to the accounts because you cannot use another person's accounts. So I'll wait till the OTP drops. It has confirmed.
Where does the OTP drop?
To his mail. To the new one. So I'll have to log in. Where the application asks for your personal details, because it generates mail for you based on your date of birth, based on like every information you've dropped while registering here. So it's the gender, female. Yeah? Okay. So let me pick lose weight and start a fitness. Let me pick start a fitness journey. So let me pick diabetes. Just like allergies. You can pick two. Yeah. So let's assume he's a vegetarian. That is, he does not consume meat and all animals, like animals generally. So this is the dashboard. So it is loading. So this is the particular amount of protein it can consume, carbohydrates and fat. Then the recommended food sources: spinach, which includes iron, calcium, vitamin C. Then tofu, protein, calcium, iron. Then foods to avoid: processed foods, sugary drinks, and foods high in saturated and trans fats. So this is the food it's recommended for its breakfast, which is akara and bread. You can view the recipe. It is loading. So it has rendered here actually, but it is slow. So this is like the overview of akara and pap. So it gives like a comprehensive information about the meal. So it says, and it is saying akara and bread are a good source of carbohydrates which can provide energy for workout. It gives like a comprehensive message about the food. So back to the dashboard. So this is the lunch and the dinner. So you can chat with our foodie AI. So let me tell you, can I consume Gary based on my health conditions and goals? So it's saying yes, you can consume Gary in moderation as part of your fitness journey. However, it's important to note that Gary has a high glycemic index, so monitor your blood sugar level closely when consuming it. If you have known food allergies, especially to cassava or related plants, mind you, when I was registering, I have food allergies, so that is why it is giving me this particular information about food allergies. Especially to cassava or related plants, avoid Gary. Then you can consult with a healthcare professional or registered dietitian. And on this application, I'm not relying heavily on Gemini API. We consulted some dietitians, so we like fine-tuned the AI. We gave it about 4,000 plus data, like to be able to give responses based on live data, based on documentation and experienced professionals in the field. You can ask it any question. Then our coming features, the progress tracker, the meal search information, and personalized meal plans. Although I did not include the streak and also scanner. We have our scanner. So it can scan, it is not working perfectly right now, that's why I don't want to demo it. So the scanner can actually scan food, it has recommended for you. Then check if the food you scanned matches the particular food it has recommended for you. So if it matches it and you're on the streak plan, it gives you one streak. So if you come the next day, follow the meal it has recommended for you, prepare it, scan it, it compares with what it has recommended for you. Then with that, you can get like the second day streak and like that. And once you lose your streak, you have to renew the streak by paying. Because anyone that wants to go on a particular fitness journey or has a particular health condition, you maintaining your health is better than you making the condition worse and going to hospital, spending months on treatment and consuming a lot of drugs. And this drug scanner, when you scan drugs, it checks the drug whether actually fit your particular medical condition. Then if it does not fit your medical condition, then it's tell you that you should avoid this kind of drug because it will be harmful and it will actually tell you the side effects of the drug on your personal health.
Sorry, there is one slide that interests me. Can you go back to it? I saw 733 million US dollars or something like that. Can you go to that slide? Can you go to that slide and let's have a look at what is there? And so what are we going to make from that? So who is collecting that money? So we have to be interested really on that. Yes, go back to that. It's just only one slide. Yes, this is it. So you said the global health and wellness food market, was valued at about 733 billion US dollars in 2021 and projected to reach 1 trillion in 2027. Okay, growing at CAGR rates of 6.1%. Okay, so how do you make money from here? At least if you are able to make the 3 billion that is at the end of it, that 3 billion is okay for now. You give 1 billion to the Jama, you take 2 billion. Spend it the way you like, no problem. So, anyway, this is an excellent slide. So I want you to take this one further. Not necessarily here, but you need to research into how to, get paid as part of this. That's what we do in the industry. And so you need to look at that commercial aspect. So that's why I said Doctor and Brother Jordan need to pay attention on training you on how to make your own billion from here as quickly as possible. Don't look at the age. You don't have to be 20 before you make 1 billion. You can make it at 15 years, at 18 years without crossing anybody's path.
Yes, sir.
Okay? For instance, there is one matrix of 7 which I try to write, down here on how to make money. If you have just only one client that pays you 1 million naira, you are going to get 1 million naira. There is 7 different ways of getting 1 million naira, or getting 1 billion naira or US dollars, as the case may be. Now, if you develop the whole of these things and you give it to somebody, and he said, I will pay you 1 million naira, that will be the end of that. You collect the 1 million naira and you go away. You can still earn 1 million naira from 10 customers by charging them 100,000, right? So 10 times 100 will still give you 1 million. If you get 100 customers at 10,000, you still get the same 1 million. You get 1 million customers at 1 million naira. As the value is reducing, the number of users is increasing. So 1 million naira by 1 million people that can pay will give you still the same 1 million naira. I'm just explaining that template on how to fix your price on that standardization of the price. So, and if you get 1 million individual who pays 1 naira, will still give you 1 million naira. But translate that naira to US dollars. So if you have somebody to pay $1, it doesn't make any things to them, right? So your product then need to be something that so many people will be able to use. So if you are able to get 1 million people, clicking on your site, they will think it is cheap. That, it's just one US dollar for subscription and a wider base. So it's going to be quicker for you to get 1 million US dollars that comes to you without any stress. So that is why you need to analyze that market of 733 billion. So who are the community? And how do you, there are so many useful templates among the templates you showed in terms of the health, and then this dietitian analysis of the food. So you also need to make it a sector and then get people to log on to it. And when they log on to it, the principle I'm trying to drive home here is that if you charge $1 per access, it's not cheap, at least from your own end. What you are trying to do is that you are looking at a larger base. So that don't think that if you charge $1 US, don't say what is it, $1 US. That is where I said the conglomerates in Nigeria, those who are selling sugar, those who are selling salt, those who are selling household products, why it is not too expensive? Because if you pay, you buy for 10 naira now, look at it, about 200 million population. If 200 million population is using the same thing, almost, on a daily basis for 1 month, and you say that the person is a billionaire, he's going to be a billionaire, getting one naira from almost everybody. Getting one naira. If you increase it to 10 naira, then you drop your number of participation. 200 million people might drop to 150 million people. 150 million, you keep on dropping it until you get to a niche market. A niche market is when you have very few people that pays a fairly bigger number. And at the end of the day, you will still make what you want to make. If you don't want your product to be used by too many people, you put the price high, but then the quality is going to be there. They will see the quality. And some people like differentiation. They don't want to use what every other person is using. So you may have two different products. The one that the general masses are going to have, access to, and then a highly customized one that some few people are going to have access to. So finally, on all these things we have been discussing, which one do you have interface with anyone? You don't have interface with anyone, right? They are only using the products and the fund is coming to you. That is how to totally eliminate corruption, because you don't even relate with anyone to say, go and bring money before I can pay 1 naira, or I pay 10 naira, or I pay whatever I need to pay online. Just as the OJS had said, they send it to him from Switzerland, maybe Korea brings it, or whatever it is, and that's it. Doesn't have interviews with them. So we can technically eliminate corruption 100% without having anything to do with anyone. And so the learning point that, as I said, the coordinators need to look into is the commercial aspect. So I like this slide because it tells us the estimated value of that market. And the hospital also need to do that. The two earlier presenters, they need to look at the value of the market. Like the industries where we operate, definitely we need to look at the value of the market so that you know your own market share. You need to look at the number of clients in that. For instance, in Nigeria here, we know the number of people playing in certain industry. So you need to look at the targets that you are looking at within that industry, so that you can catch out your own volume of clients, and also be able to design the price. So you design it. If this is on Google, it's going to be in USD, right? If it's on Google, it's going to be USD, not in Naira. I also encourage you, probably, you might have the Naira version designed locally, but if you also place it on international level, you earn hard currencies, and when it's converted into Naira, it's going to be quite reasonable and quite significant. So may Almighty Allah bless each and every one of you. So thanks very much for this presentation. Jazakallah khaira. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. So
someone said on Zoom, well, I just saw it, Dr. Khalilullah Rahman, he said, respected Amir Sahib has taken us to business school today free of charge. Some of us may not understand or not know how valuable these messages are until we get to the stages where we actually need them. And then we are blessed that we have respected Amir Sahib and our fathers and our mothers around us to guide us. So we just need to take maximum advantage of this opportunity. I was telling some of them yesterday when I got to the Ghulam Secretariat that the opportunity you are having now, so even as far as I'm also a Qadir, if I had the opportunity, maybe I may be doing something else even in the field of IT. Because in today's world, technology, software development drives it all. Even if you are a organizer, you can still make use of software development to be distinct among others who are into organization. So just take maximum advantage of what respected Abisab has said. And then as respected Abisab was talking about commercialization, which I've actually noted, and then let me take it to us straightforward. I want to take it as a directive from respected Abisab, Dr. Sab, and Brother Abbas. There is a directive from respected Abisab that we should have, where is Dr. Sab? That we should have engagement with the first cohort and the second cohort in talking to them about negotiation, pricing, costing, and so many other things that have to do with commercialization of the application. So it is very important. Let's work on it like immediately. And I think one other thing that will be very important is to also include in our coursework, because we have a full year, we have 1 year to do this training. We can include it in their curriculum, particularly when it is towards the end of the program, the commercialization module of this particular, so that they will know how to commercialize it when it gets into the field. So, as Amisa has mentioned it, we need to action it immediately. Jazakumullah.
All right. Jazakallah khairan jaza to all the presenters. May Almighty Allah bless each and every one of you. Just as Sada Sahab had said, don't think that you are too young, to put these things into practice. So the earlier the better. For instance, some of us pass through, a rough road, a very long, hard line ways, and the products that we have today, if we put it on ICT, I think we probably shouldn't be leaving our rooms, and we should be okay, very, very well. So you've already gotten something very, very useful to you. May Allah bless you all. Amen. So let's move to the next item, which is presentation of certificates and prizes to graduates.
With the permission of Amir Saab, I want to begin with a token of appreciation that will be presented by our trainees to the center. Our trainees, out of their thoughtfulness, have desired to gift the center a big gift. May Allah reward them for their thoughtfulness. So may I call on the governor of the class, and who is making the presentation, please? Okay, while we get that done, in the course of our training, part of what we do is to assess their tarbiyah. And on that grounds, I want to announce that our best behaved student is Ibrahim Odusoya. Ibrahim Odusoya has a little gift that was presented by Amir Saab. Ibrahim Odusoya. Barakallahu lakum. We also have a gift for our best graduating student who excelled in skill acquisition during the course of the training, and that goes to Awal Balogun, who also doubles as the governor of the class. Awal Balogun. Barakallahu lakum. So I would call on the governor who is presenting your present. I would request the secretary of the center, Brother Deniron, to come and receive on behalf of the center. Brother Deniron, sir. They have a gift for us, so you'll be receiving on behalf of MGQS.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yeah, respected Amir, permit me to stand on the established protocol. On behalf of my colleague, I would like to express our appreciation for the support and guidance from our instructors and the entire MGQS team. As a token for our gratitude, we have a little gift for the MGQS management for the next cohort. We hope it will inspire and benefit them as much we have been inspired by our teachings. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Is the certificate ready now? Okay. Who is the representative of Lajna and the Sadar Lajna Cyber to present the lady one? Has it been taken to them? It has been taken to them all.
So, Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. For our certificate presentation, inshallah, Mirza will be presenting to our graduates. As I call your name, please do not waste our time. Jazakumullah khairan, sir. Firstly, we have Tahir Bastu Abiodun. Tahir Bastu Abiodun. Barakallahu lakum. Abdurrahim Abdullah Bayonle. Abdurrahim Abdullah Bayonle. Salim Ahmad Abimbola should get ready. Barakallahu fi Salim Ahmad Abimbola. Muhammad Balog Muhammad Awal. Afolayan Usman Abefe. Damole Ahmad Raza should get ready. Damole Ahmad Raza. Anima Shah Zulfikar Ajibola. Anima Shah Zulfikar Ajibola. Abdullah Olaiwala Oladejo. Abdullah Olaiwala Oladejo. Abimbola Khalilur Rahman Ayodeji. Abimbola Khalilur Rahman Ayodeji. Oladipo Abdutawab. Oladipo Abdutawab. Hussein Hanif Ayomide. Hussein Hanif Ayomide. Tela Farouk Ayobami. Tela Farouk Ayobami. Abdul Salam Abdul Basit Olamilekon should get ready. Abdul Salam Abdul Basit. Shitu Abdul Aziz. Shitu Abdul Aziz. And Odusoya Ibrahim Olawale.
That last one, right? Yes, sir.
And on the other side, Jazakumullah khairan, sir. On the other side, our sisters' certificates will be presented by Sadar Lajna Imaila Sahiba, who is represented by our dear mother, Alhaja Shitu Sahiba. So, I don't know if it's allowed to take their phone. They will take pictures of their phone. So can I request Ayla Agbe Bushra? Ayla Agbe Bushra. Barakallahu lakum. Barakallahu lakum. And Hasbi Allah Oyebo. Jazakumullah khairan, sir. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Barakallahu lakum. May Almighty Allah bless all the awards and the certificates. May He elevate you with the knowledge you have acquired. Amen. So the next item is guest remarks. So I will call on the respected missionary in charge to make his remarks.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Respected Mirza, respected Naib Mirza, Sadar Sahib Ansarullah, Sadar Sahib Majlis Qudam Ahmadiyya, again I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu and all other. I would like to say that first of all, let me start from this IT lab, we call it, and the name of this lab, Mirza Ghulam Qadir Shahid. I would quickly comment within 1 or 2 minutes, that why this lab in all over the Africa or the world given Mirza Ghulam Qadir Shahid lab. The main reason of this name is that, it's not because he was nephew to Hazrat Khalifatul Masih IV. It's not because of that. It is because of his sacrifice he made for this Jamaat. And that was elaborated in 5 December of Hazrat Khalifa Masih Rahimahullah Ta'ala in 1997. I don't remember the exact date when he was martyred, when he was killed by those terrorists or anti-Ahmadiyya organization. He did his education from USA and he got a very good, well-paid in USA. And when Khalifa Rabi Rahimahullah Ta'ala, that was the beginning year in Rawa to bring the Jamaat on a better IT level. And Hazur was looking for some experts to come and do this job in Tariq-e-Jadid and Sadr Ahmadiyya offices also. And he left that job where he must be paid, I don't remember exact amount, we were told at that time, in thousands of dollars. And he did the work and he came and he joined and he gave the basic infrastructure to these 2 offices there at that time. And the one sacrifice he made, that he left very good job where he was being well paid to come and get in hundreds, 200 or $100 or $300 there what Jamaat was paying him. The second sacrifice he made when he was kidnapped by that anti-Ahmadiyya and a terrorist organization. They call it Spy Sahaba. And they picked him in between Rawa and Ahmadnagar, just 3 kilometer distance from Ahmadnagar to Rawa. And Hazur also told us their plan at that time, that they want to kidnap him and take him to Chang. Chang was district of where Rawa was just head district. And the plan was to put some advanced weapons with him and show the Jamaat as a terrorist body in Pakistan. And to claim that this is the nephew of their Khalifa and see what he's doing, that is their activities in Rawa going on, so they should be banned or whatsoever. which he did not allow them to do. Before they took him to Chang, he resisted seriously and he was killed on the bridge between Chinyot and Rawa, the Chenab River bridge, and threw his body out of the car and they ran away from there. And police chased them. Likely, unfortunately or unfortunately, they were killed. The five or six by the police in Chang somewhere when they followed them. So this was his second main sacrifice he made for Jamaat. The third is the only one sentence. What is the purpose of this lab? Why Jamaat has spent on this and why we are having this graduate, which Amir Saab has already told. I thought that I will tell, but he has already told that basically Jamaat wants our young ones to stand on their feet. So that, because we all know that this age is age of technology, information and technology. And anywhere you go, you cannot deny the importance of information and technology in any department. So, Alhamdulillah, you have some graduates today, and you will continue, and many of them will, inshallah, continue graduating from this institution. And I believe that if the two main purposes, one is that they should be beneficial for Jamaat in future. What Jamaat is doing for them, they should also return something for Jamaat also. Second, inshallah, the time will come that they will be standing on their feet and they will be getting reasonable money from this training they are going today, and that money is also will be beneficial for Jamaat. You know, of course, as a member, they will pay back to Jamaat something. So I believe that may Allah the Almighty, I pray that may Allah the Almighty enable them to get the benefit from this program, and those who are coming behind them, they should also be getting benefit from this program, and this program should give them a good and prosperous life and faith also at the same time. Jazakumullah wa khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Jazakallah khairan jaza for taking us down the memory lane. Jazakallah khairan.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Amin Saab, Missionary in charge, Sada Sudan, Sada Asada. Sorry for the miss of the protocol. Gentlemen and ladies, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. What I can just say, one, is to wish the graduates Barakallahu lakum, congratulate them for completing the course. Another thing that is important is there is somebody, upon which this project is named after him. What people will say, after you feel your own making, it is what you do. It is the impact that you have made that will make people to say one or two things about you. So therefore, I want to appeal to you to please be focused. You will become whatever Allah destined that you are going to become without necessarily jumping the queue or trying to cut corners here and there. No, it is important that we always remember which organization we belong to, and that is the Jamaat, the Ahmadiyya Jamaat. That is where you belong. And whatever you do anywhere, will one way or the other have an effect on the Jamaat. So it is important that we watch all our actions, either small or big. It has, implications to Jamaat. So please take this into your plans. It's very, very, very important. I wish you, every success in your endeavors. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.
Islam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khairan jaza to the respected Naib Amir Finance and Admin for that comment. So I want Sadar Majlis Ansarullah Nigeria to make his comment.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله. Respected Amir Saib, respected Missionary Chai Saib, respected Nafa Saib, Chief Host, respected Sada Majlis, Ghulam, Ahmadiyya, Nigeria, respected Sada Saiba, Lajna Imahilai, respected OGS, respected invitees, graduates, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All praise belongs to Almighty Allah for giving us the opportunity to witness this program. And I congratulate the graduates for the grace of Allah that has bestowed on them to see to the completion of the program. Leveraging on what Amir Saib had said, especially during the course of presentation of papers, I want to give one or two pieces of advice. It's one thing to acquire a knowledge, it's another thing to utilize that knowledge. So my first piece of advice to the graduates is to regard the knowledge they have acquired as just a tip of the iceberg and to make efforts to improve on it, to impact more positively on the society. From the report given by the organizer, this is the second cohort that are graduating, 11 during the first set and 17, making a total of 28. I want to remark that let the Jama and the society at large feel the impact, because the IT is the order of the day. And when you have the opportunity to have been exposed to this program, I think best advantage of it should be made use of. And as Amir Saab has exposed us to how to commercialize the program, I urge the organizers to please focus more at this direction, because easily people make money without stretch and without engaging in any dubious acts. And this is the aspect that Amir Saab is calling or directing our attention. I also want to advise the organizers, the handlers, that they should make efforts to embark on a kind of follow-up programs, so the graduates are monitored as to what they are doing and how they do it. And I also want to add that when you are carrying out your activities, please be mindful of protecting the image and reputation of the Jama, and also protecting the image and reputation of your individual family, because this is very important. Why money is very important? Because there are a lot of opportunities that people can generate money, and that will reduce the stress of the Jama in stressing our members to donate for this, to donate for that. Because if you have millions of dollars now, you know how stress-free the organization of our JASA will be, and even the HISTEMA programs of the auxiliary bodies. From this program, I've also learned, I think it's kind of exposure to even the elders, how we can exploit the little situation we have an opportunity even to generate fund. So I have learned a lot. And you youths, please, I want to advise that sky is not even the limit, and you should exploit the opportunity you have to the best advantage so that you can benefit maximally from this program and from other programs that will be organized. Once again, I congratulate you and I pray to Almighty Allah to bless your efforts and your future endeavor with success. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So there is a special award that was given to one of our trainers. So and we do want to recognize him, Brother Abbas Joda. He was given a Global Tech Hero Award. And this is organized by the Connected Awards for Nigerian edition. So they are the okay, so we will come and then present it again to him as one of your tutors. So, Barakallahu lakum, may Allah bless it for you. So, I have said next time they should attach some, what we are talking about, they should attach it to it so that we will put the value of that award right also at the bottom of the award. Yeah, may Allah continue to bless all of you. So, by way of closing remarks, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. There will be no long talk, just only 2 points I want to mention. The first one is that we have emphasized on how you apply your technical skills to make money. We are by no way asking you to be materialistic. I must be very clear about that. Materialism should not get into our heads. What we are saying is that when you have more resources, you are able to worship Allah, in the best way. Our mosques will be excellent. If you get to Markaz, for example, if you look at the tent where we do the UK Jasa Salana, is quite attractive. People spend a lot of money. If you get to our mosque in London, the Buy 2 for 2, if you get there, it's like it's a 5-star building. It's not a it's not even a 4-star. If you get into the rooms, everything is in there, is ensuite, the bed, everything is there. So you are able to worship Allah in the easiest way. If you get to Medina, for example, if you are praying in the Haram in Medina, it's as if you should forget yourself there and not to go home again. So I'm giving you examples of why we are praying that Allah bless each and every one of you. We are not saying you should get money and you go and lock yourself up in Ikoyi and you think that you are smarter. Now you've gotten the MGQS to become billionaire and then you lock yourself up, somewhere in there. No, that's not what we are saying. So please don't forget that the essence of this and the blessing of Khilafat we are talking about is for you to be able to worship Almighty Allah in a much more easier and more comfortable way. Not only you, even the community. Your contribution to the community, is very important. So I must emphasize that. The second point is that I want you to be very humble when you are blessed by Almighty Allah. Don't be arrogant. 3 things make people to be arrogant. The first of those things is knowledge. Shaitan actually fell because of the knowledge he has, isn't it? So he felt he's more knowledgeable than every other person. What do you people know? So it gets to a point when you keep on being sleepless on this project, you become a genius. So you start looking at others as if they don't have brain. Don't forget that the brain you have was given to you by someone. So, and that becomes a trial to you. So we should never at any point in time remain arrogant. We must be always very humble. So knowledge is one of the things that when you acquire them, you have to remain very humble. The second thing that it gets to people's head is when they have money. When people have money, you will look at others as if they don't know what they are doing. It is Almighty Allah that gives the money. And the size of what you are is not made by you. If we look at 3 animals, we will see their sizes. You will know that it's not by their smartness that they remain in that size. I have used cats the other time. I don't think cat might be bigger than this bottle. If you take another one like either goat or ram or dog, you see that they are almost of the same bigger size, which is almost 10 times the size of a cat, right? But if you also look at the size of a cow or a horse, it's almost also 10 times the size of a goat or a ram or a dog. Look at the 3 of them. Who created themselves to be as such? None. Cat never made itself to be that small. And that is why you should never compete with another person at his level. Stay at your level, continue to go on your track. Not everybody is going to be a billionaire. It doesn't really matter how hard you work. There is this proverb, àìríjẹ kọ́ ni ò jẹ́ kí olóńgìní kó tó ajá o. Wọ́n jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ nílùú Èsìní. In the family of cats, no cat will be as ever big as a dog. So wherever you belong to and Allah has put you, remain there. But make the best use of your remaining there. Those who are the second level, remain there. Those who are the biggest, don't think that the others are not smart. That's why they are at that level. No. Allah has created the framework for every one of us. Please remain very humble. Don't let the knowledge get into your head. Don't let money get into your head. You also might be appointed into a position of power. You may be appointed a commissioner for ICT. You may be appointed as minister for ICT. You might have a higher role as you move on. Don't think that these guys are not smart, because if they are smart, they will have joined a party that is going to win. They didn't calculate it very well. That's where they want to go and join a party that did not win. No. Allah has designed it to be so that you will get there. And always remain very humble. Don't be arrogant. Power also makes somebody to be arrogant. Money makes somebody to be arrogant. Riches, wealth makes somebody to be arrogant. Knowledge makes somebody to be arrogant. All these 3 are likely going to be open to each and every one of you. But you should remain very humble and don't maltreat your partners. I mean, men should not maltreat the women. Women should not maltreat the husband. I know some husbands used to entertain fear that those who do ICT now, if she's more richer than me, and then I'm going to have a problem. So I'll say, don't work. But if you say even a woman that is on laptop inside his room shouldn't work, he's making millions. So if we get the money there, then the fear is going to still be there. And some men might say, don't use laptop even in this house again. You know, we shouldn't do that rule. So women who is very rich should learn from Asrat Khadija. You should also be very cooperative with your husband. And men who are rich, you should never talk down on your wife, on any of your family or their family or anybody. You must know that it is Allah's design. And it is not as a result of being smartness. Being smart is not as a result of smartness. It's Allah's design. And we must remain very humble. I think this is the teachings of this Jamaat. There are some people who blow, you know, on the social medias that they are this and that. You know, they are knowledgeable. They know more about Islam than anybody in the whole world. They know language more than anybody. Don't brag like that. Because all these things belong to Almighty Allah. And He whom He has given to, they are always very humble. The prophets are always very humble. They never say that I know more of this than all of you, except in matters of faith, where they try to excel, and they said, look, you must demonstrate matters of faith. So we've spoken about how you can convert your technical skills into your commercial skills, but we are by no means telling you, you know, to remain arrogant. We are telling you to be very humble. Whatever resources Allah has given you, use it for the service of Almighty Allah and by the service to humanity. That is how it can be very, very useful for you. And especially, just as the respected in-charge Sahib said, Naib Amir had said, about the name of the person who Uzur had chosen for this scheme. Is a Shahid, you know, is a martyr. He died in the way of Allah. And so, you are 100% in the way of Allah. So your life, your style, your way of doing things must always be in the way of Allah. Once again, I pray that all continue to bless each and every one of you and enable you to live in line with the expectation of His holiness and to the pleasure of Almighty Allah. May Almighty Allah bless you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Okay, respected Naib Amir Talim and Tarbiyah has sent a message and he said that we thank Almighty Allah for successful completion of the program. I want to appeal to graduates to be a good ambassador of Jamaat and do not sacrifice and do sacrifice at all time whenever the need arises. I give kudos to trainers. May Almighty Allah continue to increase them in knowledge. Amen. So that is his own goodwill message and prayers to each and every one of you. So may Allah continue to bless you all. Amen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. So the next item is vote of thanks by Cohort 2 class governor. Bismillah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So first, I would like to give thanks to Almighty Allah for making this possible. Then I would also like to thank His Holiness Sahib, the Amir Sadar, the Sadar of Majlis and Zagullah, the Sadar of Ghulam and Zagullah, and missionary in charge. And I also like to thank every one of us here for sacrificing our time to attend the events. Then I would like to thank our parents for supporting us in this journey. We all know it hasn't been easy for them, but their parents, they show us unconditional love. So we have to give thanks to our parents. Then I also like to thank the instructors and the management of the courts, of the MGQS courts. They sacrificed a lot for the courts. They serve Allah. They ask for nothing in return. So the only thing we can do for them is just to thank them. May Allah reward them for all what they've done.
All right, Jazakallah khairan jaza for that vote of thanks. May Almighty Allah bless you all. Please, the last item is closing prayers. Please join me in silent prayers. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu.